Me for your thoughts, I know what you want. You can read your mind even from behind. If question your phone, let me take you home. I wanna take you home. Sorry.
So first things first is I'm going to prime my lid with my MAC paint pot in Laying Low. And I am going to place that all over my lid. I'm going to blend it out with a brush that has no product on it, so it's a smooth, even tone that I'm working with. I am going to be going into my crease with this color called Saddle by MAC, and it's kind of like in the taupe family. I'm using this color here just as a transition color so that when I put on my blue shadow and my crease color, everything will transition over nicely, and when I go into blend, it'll, you know, give it a nice transition to blend into, if that makes sense. So next I'm going to go into my crease again, this time with more of like a warm brown color. So you want like kind of a warm reddish brown color. This is going to give some definition to the crease and also warm up my crease. I am doing kind of a blue smoky eye look, so I don't want everything to be so harsh. I'm gonna warm up my crease a little bit. I'm going in by Anastasia Beverly Hills Morocco. It is this color here. This is one of my favorite colors, and I'm sure you'll probably see a pattern. I pretty much use the same colors to transition and to warm my crease in most of my eyeshadow looks. Not all, but most of them. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go into my inner or outer crease here. I'm going to concentrate right in this area here. I'm not going to blend it in. I'm just going to concentrate right here. I'm going in with a black color, a black eyeshadow called Noir, but any type of black shadow will do. So what I do is dip it in, and then I take a side of my hand and I brush some of it off, so that it's not, I don't pack it on. You can always start with a little and put more on, but if you put too much on, it's hard to fix. So lightly, I am just placing that color in the outer crease, okay? And if it's messy, that's fine. You can always go in and fix it up later, okay? All right, so you see this really harsh right there. You never want to keep it like that. You always want to blend it out. So I'm going back in with the brush I used that I had my Morocco on. I'm starting here because I don't want to sweep the product in. I'm starting here and I'm sweeping out. Okay. All right, and then I concentrate in my outer V and I lightly bring it in. Just kind of blending that out a little bit, okay? Alright, and next I am going to go ahead and put my blue on. I love this blue. This is called Bella Navy, and it is by Milani. Blue is my favorite color. It is a very rich, deep, royal blue. Like, they call it navy, but I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. So what I'm going to do is go into my blue here. Pack a nice amount on the brush, tap it off for the fallout, okay? And then I'm going to take my Fix Plus and I'm going to spray once, just so my color can be a little bit more vibrant. And I am going to pack it on my mobile lid. To go back in with my blending brush that I use. As you can see, I'm only using like 3 brushes, so that'll help you out some if you don't have a lot of brushes. I'm just gonna go back into my Morocco, that kind of reddish brown color, and I am going to start blending. Okay. So this part here is important. As you see, I'm going to continue just going back in and blending. Blending is very key to makeup. It's what really makes you look kind of flawless and what makes the makeup just look really put together. If you don't blend, it'll look just really tacky and harsh, and you really don't want that, okay? What I'm gonna do now is go in with a fluff brush, a blending brush that has no product on it, and I am going to just kind of blend everything together. Just in the crease, I'm not doing all that, just in the crease, okay? Now what I'm going to do is just simply highlight my brow bone. I am going to be using MAC's rice paper to highlight just a little bit because it does have a little shimmer in it. And I'm just going to lightly pack it on like that. As you can see, it kind of has some reflection in it. Has a tiny bit of shimmer, which I kind of like a little bit for this look. And I'm also going to put this in my tear duct as well, okay? Blending everything together. I am kind of going down the tear duct a little because I don't want that to be harsh. I just wanted to blend into the blue a little bit. All right. So I have blended that in now. So what I'm going to do next is go in with my eyeliner. I'm going to use a liquid liner, but I'm going to use kind of a brush to help guide me because even though I do makeup, my hands are not steady. Like, I could not be a surgeon. It would be all bad for the patient. I'm going to be using my LA Pro Girl concealer, and the color I use to highlight is in Toffee. I'm just going to place it underneath my eyes. And I start like kind of on the top of my cheeks, if you say so, instead of all the way up here, because naturally you may just crease at the bottom, and I don't want to put most of the product there. I want to blend it out here and move upward, so I won't have an issue with creasing. I'm going to take it down the bridge of my nose, and this is to just kind of, you know, snatch my nose up a little bit. And then I call it making my tree here. So I'm going to go in with my beauty blender here, and I'm just going to blend everything out. When you blend, you want to use patting motions. You don't want to, like, you know, rub it in, because it actually rubs the product off into the sponge. You want to kind of tap it in. And this is just how I do it. I start here at the apples, and I go diagonally up, and then I go underneath my eye, because I don't want most of the product to be in the crease there. Okay. Now, as you can see, it's making my eye stand out even more. Now it is time to set the highlight, and I use my Laura Mercier translucent powder. I absolutely love this stuff because, like, it's very, very fine powder, and when you set it, it gives you a nice, like, even smooth tone, or smooth look, smooth finished look afterward, and I absolutely love that. So I'm gonna let that sit under my eyes long enough to contour. I'm gonna let it just soak up that concealer and give it a nice finished look. What I'm using for my contour is going to be a cream concealer by MAC, and this is in NW55. So that's for our contour. If you do have like a big forehead, contouring will help kind of give you an illusion of a smaller forehead. So contouring might be your best friend. The thing I love about makeup is like it really is art, you know? Beauty definitely starts within, it does. But if you have things that can make you feel even more bomb or even more beautiful, by all means, go ahead and do that. Like, man, forget what everybody else says about makeup and all that type of stuff. I mean, you know who you are, you know what I'm saying? You know what you like that's what everybody else is saying. Like, they don't got no heaven or hell to put you in. They are not paying your bills. They are not sleeping with you at night. So, whatever they gotta say, tell them to F off. And then lastly, I want to just blend everything in. I am using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Loose Powder in Dark Deep. I'm gonna pat, and go purple and gold. Just blend it all in. Like I said, blending is important. Blending is very key to makeup. Going in just with a little bit of blush, just a tiny bit. I'm using Milani's Red Vino. It looks like this. Has a little bit of shimmer to it. Just a tiny bit on the apples. Alright, and then lastly is my highlight. This is the part I love. I am using the Bobbi Brown Bronze Glow Highlight. Just a little bit goes a long way. Kind of putting it there at the apples. As you can see, look at that glow. It's so pretty. I do a tiny bit on my forehead, tiny on my chin, tiny on the button of my nose to give me like a little button nose. Just a tiny bit. Okay? So now I'm going to just spray myself with my MAC Fix Plus. I love this stuff. Whew. And this just sets my face and make it look a tiny bit dewy, because after you put all that powder and stuff on, you kind of look like a powder face. So you want to kind of put that moisture back in. And Fix Plus, like, I don't know what it has in it, like glycerin or something like that, but it's amazing balls. Again, this is Cork by MAC. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with MAC's Honey Love, and I am at the bottom. So it does look pasty right now, but wait. See? That's what lip liners are for. See, ladies, especially when the color, if you get a lip pencil like Cork or Chestnut, you can kind of blend out any nude to match you. You know? Okay, now just put a little shine to it. I'm using the MAC Lip Glass in Dynasty of Dusk. Just in the middle.